Hello, I'd like to take a moment to show members of my church how to create an origami dove. We will be making several hundred of these and hanging them from the ceiling of the church for Easter. So all during Lent, we will be making these at our Lenten soup suppers. And you can make these at home, of course. So get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be origami paper, but it can be a regular piece of paper. I made one earlier with, regular paper. You can do that too. It's just more difficult and you're prone to mistakes. So origami or very, very thin paper works best. So take a piece of paper. It's got to be exactly the same length on all four sides, a perfect square. And lay it down in front of you in a diamond shape. And fold the bottom upward and try to match this corner as best as possible. Make the fold and you now have a pyramid or a triangular shape. Take the right side of the pyramid and fold it over, and then you match these two corners up as best as possible. Oops, and then fold it. Make sure you got a good sharp crease. I've already made a mistake and I'm pretty sure that's going to come back and haunt me. Now you have a sailboat shape. Take this first top flap of the sail and fold it upward and match that corner as best as possible and make the crease as sharp as possible. And now you have a smaller sailboat shape. Take this and flip it over. You have this clean solid side, and take this flap and fold it up, matching the corners as best as possible, and make your fold and crease. Now it's a greater than sign. Rotate it downward so that it's an upside down pyramid or a goatee. And notice that you have these three flaps here on the right. There we go. Take this bottom flap and fold it upward, making another pyramid. Making this as sharp a crease as possible. It should look like this. Flip it over and do the same thing on this side. It's important that the bottom lines up more than the top. There we go. Now this is the tricky part. This is the most difficult fold that you will encounter. Grab it like this and unfold these two parts. You notice you got your three flaps up here. 1, 2, and 3. Hold on to these first two flaps and open this flap up. You notice that we have this triangle here. We're going to invert that triangle by pressing on this crease. If your crease is sharp enough, it should give way, but it'll probably give a little resistance because it's creased the opposite direction. Once you get it, it'll just fall into place. There we go. And now you open up this other side, and again, there's that triangle again. Invert that. Come on, invert it. And then fold it in place. So, mine's not perfect, but it should look something like this, kind of like a tabletop mountain or a razor blade. So we got the three flaps now inverted on the left-hand side. Take the piece and rotate it to the left so the razor blade, the sharp side, is on the right. You see this corner right here? We're going to take this tip and fold it down so it creates this little angle right here. It's a scalene triangle or an obtuse triangle. This becomes the head of the bird. So unfold that, and you've got this crease here, and fold it on the other side along the same crease line. And again, there's the head of the bird. grab the bird behind the neck and unfold this, and if you look inside here, you can find this opening or this gap, this space, and press down, and you can see that you've created this kite type shape, this diamond shape. In the center of the kite, press down and invert it, and it should go effortlessly if your creases are sharp enough, like mine are not. Okay, and that's the head of the bird. Grab the bird by the head, and the first right flap on the right, fold upward. There's a crease right there, and that becomes the left wing of the bird. Flip the bird over and fold this flap up, and that becomes the right wing of the bird. It's a little lopsided. Okay, so that's what it should look like. Rotate the bird to the left so it's facing up, and this little section here is are the tail feathers. Fold the tail feathers upward into another triangle, and now we're going to fold this piece down on top of itself into an obtuse triangle. See, who said you'll never use math in real life? Although I've said that a lot, but so it would behoove you to flip this over and refold these on the opposite side too, but I don't think I have to. I think these are pretty tight. So take the bird by the belly and open up the tail feathers and find the space between the tail feathers and open that up to that diamond shape or a kite shape again, and invert the kite shape. So it looks like that. And then open up the kite again and fold it down upon itself. So it looks like that. And then that's your bird. Wings, head, tail feathers. You can fold the wings if you like. For those people who are making this for my church, if you have a hole punch, if you can punch a hole in the neck of the bird, that would be very helpful to us when we hang these from the ceiling. Thank you, good luck, and I will have a box in the back of the church for people to put them in when they make them at home. See you guys on Sunday. Thanks.